we finished 7th, 8th twice, so it might be the same roster next split. It might not.
We are here today with Licorice, the top laner for LYON Gaming after an unfortunate 2-1 loss to Dignitas. Licorice, you know, like high pressure situation there, you know, knowing that it's kind of like do or die, one game left. How do you respond mentally to being in that situation of like, all right, well, if we win, we make it through. If not, we're out.
I mean, I would say I've been in that like kind of game 5 or I mean in this case game 3 situation a lot of times over my career. So I'm kind of used to it at this point. It's just like just have to go up there and play my best and hope we win. And you know, like someone's gonna lose. Sometimes I'm on the winning side, sometimes on the losing side, and today we lost.
So unfortunately we don't get to see you again until summer, and you know you've gotten like a lot of love this split. I think it's been really cool to watch, you know, Lions run and seeing a lot of the improvement across the team. What are you gonna be working on until we see you again next split?
Honestly, I have no idea right now. I think like the focus for me recently was just like making sure I was really comfortable in all my lane matchups and everything. I really don't know. I'll just have to see like what the meta's like and go from there in summer.
How has it been like adjusting to communicating with a team that like you guys all speak multiple languages?
Yeah, I mean, as far as team bonding goes, when we're all hanging out, we mostly just speak English, and then you know, if like Hannah or Saint didn't understand something, then maybe they'll talk in Korean a bit, or if they're just talking to each other, they'll talk in Korean. But team bonding really hasn't been an issue. I think like as far as the work environment, it's been pretty fine the whole time. There's just like there's these moments where I'm kind of like sitting there in the room and like there's like one conversation in Korean and another conversation in Spanish, and I'm just like sitting in my chair, you know.
Have
And
you
that
picked
one
up
happens a fair amount. That's kind of like I'm like the top laner IRL, you know. I'm like on my
on the
island,
island?
just like waiting for everyone to like finish talking, finish having their conversation, so I can know what's going on.
Have you picked up like Korean and Spanish from them?
No, not really. I mean, like mostly just like the curse words. So like
The important stuff.
nothing. Yeah, exactly.
Do you think that I think a lot of people have been talking about like really wanting to see pros stream and like get to see like more behind the scene, which I guess like since you guys, you know, you obviously have to film content and there's so much of that. So I can tell like people are probably also tired of that. But do you think like you'll be streaming potentially more?
I think it's pretty unlikely. I think like for me, and I know a lot of pros feel similarly. It's just like they don't. I mean, I'll speak for myself first, and then I'll just say like I know that I think this applies to a lot of pros. I like don't have that streamer personality really. Like I think being a streamer is a skill, and it takes like a specific kind of person to be able to like do that as your job, and it's just like not me. So I love playing pro, and I'm just like not really a streamer. So I mostly only do it when my company forces me to. But otherwise I prefer to just like not like I don't know. I'd rather just play solo queue and like either talk to my friends or just be by myself, or and then like in my downtime I'd rather just like be chill instead of like being streaming or whatever.
That's so interesting to hear your perspective on it, because whenever you're like on pros or like, you know, you do an interview with someone, people are always like, wow, we really like Licorice. We like hearing him. So it's interesting that you're like, no, that's not for me. I don't do that.
I don't. I mean, I like the like I like being on pros and I like hanging out with other pros and I don't mind content, but it's just like the live streaming
It's
thing.
different.
It's yeah, no, it's different. It's just like never hit the same for me. I don't
Okay.
know.
People do want to get to know you a little bit more. Obviously you've been a pro for a long time, but I've actually been watching you for like 8 years now, and I don't know where Licorice comes from. Like, where does your gamer tag come from?
So I used to play in high school or junior high. I don't know. Somewhere in school. I was playing WoW with my friends, and my WoW name, or like before I played League, I played WoW.
Okay.
Let me try to keep this story straight. Before I played League, I was playing WoW with my friends, and my WoW name from like the randomizer button, if you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, from the randomizer button was I was a Worgen warrior named Licorice, and when I played with my friend who was Japanese, and he had like kind of a thick accent. Whenever he tried to say it, he would say like licorice. So so it just kind of stuck after that. And then when I started playing League, it was like available as a name, so I just took it. And then yeah.
Wow, so thanks to the WoW randomizer.
Yeah, no, all the way from the WoW randomizer.
So you've obviously been playing for a while now. Do you have like a most memorable moment of your career thus far?
I mean, gosh, I would have to say it's the finals in Raleigh when I was on Golden Guardians, and or I guess the semifinal, the one we won. You know, that one was
Yeah,
sick.
the good one.
The good one, yeah, the good day, the Saturday. Saturday was great. Sunday was less good.
That's good.
But like that kind of match and just like being on that team for I think like 3 years at that point, and like slowly turning from a bottom team to a top team, and we like grew together through playoffs, and we had kind of like a miracle run, at least until Sunday. But like I think that was really cool for me. And then the MSI after that was like also awesome. So I would say like, even though at the start of my career I went to like world semis and that was cool, but it was like I was so young, I didn't know anything, you know, like I was just like there. So I feel like I got to enjoy it a lot more in Raleigh.
That's exciting. Pros do a lot of interviews, and sometimes we get to hear like what things they kind of wish they would change. Like, do you have anything from like earlier in your career that you wish had gone differently?
Um Not really. I mean, I think like for me, everything has been kind of like a learning experience. I mean, this has like been what I did after high school. So it was like, I mean, I started when I was 18 and now I'm
Yeah.
27. So like it's been a long time. And I feel like every mistake I made, or every like, yeah, I don't know, every mistake I made I learned from, and I feel like I learned more from being on a lot of the bad teams than I did from being on the good ones. So I think like overall I can't complain. I think it's been really awesome to be here, and like I've loved being a pro player, and it's been a really awesome opportunity for me to be able to do it.
Yeah. I think it was really awesome to see you, starting on C9 and everything, but it seems like now you've come like you're a lot more outgoing, and I see you like you talk so much more. How do you think you've changed as a player over the years?
I mean, I think when I was new to the league, I just like wanted to crush my opponents. I was like, I was like fully all the time. I wanted my number to be bigger than theirs, and for them to die a lot. And like that was kind of like as far as it went. And then like winning the game was kind of secondary to me crushing my opponent. Um,
You're like, I want to play well. People will remember me.
yeah, exactly. Like I wanted to like crush them, win my lane, solo kill them a bunch, and then maybe win the game. But like that part was like kind of less important. And I think over the years, I've just like, uh, I don't know, I've just like matured a lot. I think like now, um, like I try to really focus on like the team environment, being a good teammate. I care a lot less about CS leads, although like the game is easier to play if you win your lane. So I do still try to win my lane. I'm just like a lot less focused on the like specific numbers or like looking good. So I think like, yeah, I mean the biggest thing I guess is just that I've gotten my ego in check over the years. And yeah, I would say I enjoy it more now, because I think when I was like 18 or 19 and first playing, it was like an emotional roller coaster every day. I mean, like 12 times a day. Like each
Yeah.
each game solo queue I played was like its own
Oh
emotional
no.
roller coaster, and I was just going off all the time, and it was a lot. So I'm
The
I'm doing
top
I'm
laner
doing
mentality. You talked about solo queue. Do you have advice for people who are looking to climb specifically in top lane?
I guess like two pieces of advice. I mean they're kind of opposites. But first is that like you're only gonna learn by messing up. So I think like a lot of people in solo queue are really scared to like when they have a winning matchup to try to like push the matchup really hard, or like try to like all in level one, or like start the lane by coming behind them, or like anything that's like really aggressive. I would say just do it and go die, and then like mute your team, because you're not gonna like learn if you aren't willing to just like go out there and die and lose some games. Um, and then the other piece of advice, which is kind of the exact opposite, is that if you're comfortable with how you're playing and you're just trying to win and gain LP like really short term, then just like don't die to the jungle. Like that's like 90 I don't know. You could win like 60% of your games, even if you just like pick Malphite and do nothing, but you like never die to the enemy jungle and you just like sit under your tower. So, yeah, kind of a long-term one and then a short-term, depending on how much you want to win or how long you want to win or whatever.
So don't die to jungle, but if you do, just mute your team and try again.
Yeah, like if you're gonna die to jungle, like make sure you're really going for it. And if you want to climb, then like be like, okay, I want to climb, and fucking don't die to the jungle, you know? Like
We have some this or that quick rapid fire questions for you. So super quick,
Okay.
coffee or tea?
Tea,
Pancakes or waffles?
pancakes,
K barbecue or sushi?
sushi,
Night out or night in?
night in,
Would you rather have an autofilled support or an autofilled jungler on your team?
support,
And would you rather have an AFKer or a rage splitter?
rage splitter.
Oh, okay. Everyone said rage splitter so far. Wait, tell me why.
Well, it's like if they're mad, I just mute them, and then like at least they're playing the game, you know. Although, you know, on second thought, like I mean, I'm gonna say it depends on that. Like I know it's like rapid fire, but like if someone AFKs, then I get to like FF the game right away. So it's like it really depends on like how hard this rage splitter is trying or like how toxic they're being. So I think I might actually prefer the AFK, but
Okay.
but it is like at least they're still playing. Kind of is like that was like my gut reaction to it.
Yeah. Like if the rage splitter is actually getting turrets, like maybe we'll keep them, but if not, give me the loss mitigation.
Yeah, like if they're like, you know, Disco Nunu and they're just like not farming minions and just running it straight down, then like yeah, I'd rather just have the AFK. But if they're like actually at least trying to like fight them, then I don't know, it really depends.
Okay, my coach asked me to ask you this question. So I'm playing in like a low budget LCS. They won't rebrand to the low budget LTA for some reason, but I'm playing on a team. Our finals game is tomorrow and it's a
Ooh.
best of 5. So my team's the Naughty Question Marks and their team's the Rat Kingdom Lords. My coach is asking for you to give us a prediction on our series tomorrow.
I mean, you guys are gonna win 3-0, like obviously.
Okay, 3-0. You guys heard it here first. Naughty Question Marks are taking the series in finals. Thank you. That is a lot more confidence. I should have probably told you that in every playoff game, we've lost game 1.
That's fine. Now it's finals. It's different, you know. Like you'll feel it when you get there. Yeah.
Okay, so Licorice, you've obviously you and Lion have gotten a lot of fans this year. It's been really awesome to see like your team's improvement, and we're really excited to see you in summer. Do you have a message for the fans and everybody who's excited to see this team continue to grow?
Yeah. I mean, just thanks for all the support. I think it's been awesome to have like the fandom we did, even when we were like, you know, we finished split 1 7/8. Now we're finishing 7/8 too, but we still have fans, so that's really cool. So yeah, I mean, just thanks for all the support, and like hopefully we'll be able to come back from this stronger. I don't know. Like, I mean, we finished 7/8 twice, so it might be the same roster next split. It might not. I don't know what that's going to be like, but I hope that you guys can cheer for me in Line Gaming no matter what.
Yeah. Well, you have a lot of us here cheering for you. I really appreciate you taking the interview. You know, I hope you get some good practice over the next couple of months, and we're excited to see you again in summer.
Yeah, thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and we'll catch you later.